Hey everyone, this is Lori Greenwood, and today we're going to look at some tips to getting started in Signalvine. If you watched the previous video on understanding the message tab in the inbox, you'll remember that Signalvine is broken up into 4 tabs that help you navigate the system. Today, we're going to look at contacts. You can think of contacts as your address book. If you need to search for a student or initiate a bulk message, this is where you'll start. To understand if a contact is active or inactive in the system, observe the dot that's to the left side of their name. The green dot will indicate that the contact is active, while a gray dot will indicate inactive. The last outbound message will contain a date and time, and the last inbound message will contain a date and time as well. If you ever see the word never in either column, it doesn't mean that we can never message with the student. It just means that we haven't sent an outbound message yet, or sometimes that they haven't sent us an inbound message. To initiate a bulk message to contacts in my program, all I need to do is click on the button in the upper right corner that says New Messages. Because I belong to several programs, I'm going to begin to type the name of the program I'm looking for. It should pop up and allow me to select it. Now, much like when we looked at the Message tab, I have a message window that allows me to use some tools down at the bottom, but in this case, it will send a message to everyone in my program. So I'm going to begin by typing, and I'm going to use the tag to pull up the data field that says first name. And then I'm going to add in my message so that everyone in my group knows that I'm still waiting to get their placement form. In this case, I've used the full URL. Remember not to use a shorten option like bit.ly. The SMS doesn't support hyperlinking either, so there's no way you can put this link in a word in the sentence, similar to your email. You simply need to use the full, real URL. When creating messaging, you can also pull up the full emoji menu, and when needed, you can attach an MMS file. And now with my image attached, I'm all ready to send it. Because I don't want to send it right now, I'm going to click a future date and select Monday, and I'll send it right before 9 a.m. sounds good. When I press done and next, it's going to give me the option to review my message, my attachment. If I notice any errors in my message here, I can go back to edit the message again, but in this case, I'm just going to send or schedule it for Monday. Now I know that it's on my message schedule, and I can show you in another video how you can edit this directly from the schedule. Now, the nice thing about sending a bulk text is that it's not a group text as we know it, where students are bunched together and they can see each other's messages in one thread. This is still maintaining individual correspondence to students while allowing you to send the same outgoing message once to everyone. When using the context module, I can also get somewhat granular in the left side column under the search bar. This allows me to build a data query to find an audience or narrow down my audience. So if I only wanted to talk to prospects, I could say, show me people that do not have a student ID. So if the student ID is blank and we search them, you'll notice that it narrowed down my audience to just 4 students. So I can filter for students based off the system data. If needed, from the left sidebar search tool, I can save this search if I wanted to use it at a future time. You'll need to give your criteria a name to save it. So in this case, I would call this Prospects Not Applied and save my search. Then that will make it a dynamic target, which I can use and reuse in the future. I can just click the down arrow on the search window and see that my saved search for Prospects Not Applied is active and can be selected. If I'm curious to discover if the students in my program are also texting with any other programs, I can click on the name of the student and it will open the contact record. And then in the top pull-down menu, it will tell me that there are other programs that this contact is also messaging with. And that's an overview of how the Contacts tab works in Signalvine. If you have any questions for me, just let me know.